this is Richard back at you with part 2 of Mr. Adam Wall's little GMC Sonoma pickup. It's a nitrous powered LS truck. It's got a 350 in it that we did here a while back. He said it's got a bad vibration, about 120 miles an hour or something, and it actually broke the case back here somewhere. We kind of can see it. When I get the training apart, I'm going to pressurize it and maybe see if we can't see some fluid spray out of here where the crack is. Pretty hard to see. So we're just basically going to pull everything out of this and just recase it real quick for you. So this is a fully manual automatic capability. In other words, it shifts on its own, but it has a fully manual capability. If you put in low gear to 100, it's going into low gear. So we did not set it up to be a fully manual unit for him. Now this is a carbureted version of an LS. Now you notice we did cut the cable off right here for the passing gear. We would have blocked it on the inside of the valve body. I'll show you how we do it. But basically we just cut the cable off, use it for a stub. There's nothing in there, we just plug the hole that way. And right here's your little hole to knock this keeper out. Okay, and pull it out just like that. You can come and grab this with a screwdriver and pull it right out real easy, just like that. So, now this does not have any accumulator spring in here. We just blocked it completely, or not blocked it, but we took a plumb out. Firms up second gear really nice. It's a little 9-inch or 10 inches. Looks probably about a 9-inch, really. This is a nitrous powered truck. Oh, looks pretty good in the pan. Never been serviced since we done it. We really like to see these units have the pan taken off by about the second weekend or something. They're pretty quick to clean them out. These all trannies make a little bit of trash, especially when you got them performing at their peak performance. Filter looks really good and clean still. Mainly we just want to get the trash out of the pan. That way it's not floating around. Now you notice here is where I modified. I've used a regular wire. You don't have to get nothing special. Just take and bend it around, put a bolt in a washer, and now I blocked it towards that valve right there. I didn't go all the way in. See that? I stopped it right there before the second spring. Right there. Uh-oh. I can get it back on there.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay. So, pretty simple. I just use the existing wire for the passing gear and just bend it around like that and hook it. Now, even though we're swapping out the case, we'll change all the valve body gaskets and stuff like that. That way we make sure we get a good seal back. We won't be using any of that stuff. We'll also be looking for any type of small bushing wear that we think might need attention. That way we can just do it right now. I mean, he is making more power than the truck's ever made. So we want to make sure it holds up. Some of one of my other 350 videos I talked about here is these feed holes. If you notice, I drilled these feed holes out right here. I talked about that in my other video. And also, if you come here and look, I left this check ball out and I left this check ball out, and I left these two in. So if you do this stuff, I mean, this training will work really nice. Leave your spring out of here too. Don't forget that. Leave your spring out of here. Also, leave the spring out of here. Now, we did block this piston from coming this way. It will not move at all. You can see the spacer. And normally they would be up the top there and there'd be a spring on the bottom of it. So, your engine braking band servo that applies your band when you pull it down into second gear or manual low. All of our units that we tear apart will always have silicone around the bolts, and they'll have a new washer. But just because you put a new washer on there ain't going to guarantee that bolt's not going to leak. So always put just a little bit of silicone around here. That way you don't have to pull it back out. After 40 years of doing it, if you have to pull it one time, it's worth putting that silicone on that bolt. So,
and that's a high temp RVT red silicone, by the way.
Now you notice here we used all high pressure sealing rings. Left the center one out here. Shimmed it up really nice. It was shimmed just up to get our end plate where it needed to be. Now you notice I left the wave in here. Never take that out. Never take it out. You know, here we got all real nice new second gear clutches. These things are so big that they're probably one of the biggest clutches in a tranny besides the Allison. So you don't really have to work on making it shift hard in the second gear. Engine brake band. Now, being that this tranny don't have a lot of miles on it, we're still going to look at everything to see what it all looks like. All the forward frictions still look brand new, like they've never been used. All these parts will still be hand cleaned again, just because we put them into open air, physically touched them, set them around the table, they're getting dirty. So this clutch here should be a high metallic racing clutch here. Anytime we use a high load clutch, it's coming on at high RPM, we put a totally different clutch in it than your forward clutch, which is your standard yellow, which this clutch just comes on when you're idling in gear. You're not at 7,000 RPM. So Anytime you go to a clutch that comes on under a high load, you want to go to definitely a different clutch. And you notice we upgraded this drum here to a 5 clutch. What we do is we take, I usually take about 10 or 15 of these pistons down to a friend of mine down here has a machine shop, and we shave these pistons down right here to add that extra clutch. So this is a real weak link in a 350, but when you can add one more clutch and steel to it, you really did a good job. Now you notice here, we got a brand new washer or bushing right here. You can put a brass one here or these plastic ones. I like these work really nice. If I can get it out. Come on, get out of there. Yeah, I can't get it out right now.
Never
See how
fails.
snap ring, Trent? Can you see it? Yep.
Flashlight's dying on us. There you go.
Oh, it is
Right there
dying
on the
like
side.
crazy.
There we are.
Look at that. We always hate snap rings. They're always hard to get out. Look at all your planets and stuff. Get your thrust washers. Everything looks really nice. Bushings all still look brand new.
Sometimes you just gotta give them that little act right.
Got the roller bearing ring gear in the bottom.
Nice push.
Got all new clutches here. But if you notice here, we got different colored ones. That's for the reason is these are 20,000 thicker than these here. And that's how we can put 2 of these in there and get our clearances where they need to be, because they need to be dead on. So if you just put 5 of these in here, it'd be way too loose, where you can put a 350 clutch in there, sticker in 2 spots and get your clearance where it needs to be. So it takes time to do these things, to do them right, but you have to do them right. This will have a new updated wide sprag in it too. Really nice looking inner race. So it's sad we're losing this case, but you know, here you got barely any wear on this one at all. It still looks really nice. So let me see if I can air check this really quick and we can find our crack. Put this back in here really quick, these clutches and stuff. Take about just a second. That way when I air check it, I don't blow the piston out of the case, but I can stick this back together. You don't need to put your anti-clunk spring or anything like that in there. Kind of set this on the spot. Set that down in there real easy. Bigger snap go. I went ahead and stuck it all back together. Now I can get in here and I can feel my clutch play underneath here. With my 2 fingers, I can stick it up in here and feel that. And so that's how you can set your clutch clearance up, because you physically can't see it anywhere in the case to check it, but you can stick your fingers and then pull it up to see. So let's see if we can see fluid coming out somewhere over here. Where the case is broke out.
I think I see it, but we'll see. Could be right here. I think I'm seeing it.
Is that a crack or is that
No, that's not a crack actually. Flip it over and notice it.
Let's see if I can put some oil on it. Kind of
Oh, sorry.
liquid on it. See if we can get it to show. Gotta be somewhere.
Yeah, because you put this thing in reverse and it just blows fluid out. Oh, found it over here. Yeah, it's over here. Keep going. Yep. There you go. There you guys. There we are.
So the thing is, with your low reverse piston, you can air check in 2 spots. You can actually check it here and here. But when you check it here, you got to put your finger over that bolt hole because that piston actually is a 2-chamber. Because it comes on in manual low and in reverse, so they use it in 2 chambers. So, well, at least we found our leak. I got a case and a washer that we found that I tore down as a core because this core wasn't any good. So we'll get this thing put back together today and get it in. Y'all have a good day.